Okay, well, let's try this. It's not very good. A different video quality, so we'll see how it goes. Um, okay, so I've pretty much finished all of the exterior and interior of the binding. And what I've done, again, see, I wrapped all of this all the way around on the insides of all my pages. In between the single folds, I only put it twice, and then in between where we had that 1/4 inch gap, or actually 3/8 inch gap here, what I went ahead and did, let's see if you can see it there, was I only wrapped it about 4 or 5 times depending. Now, to start off the wrapping, what I did was I used just a little bit of fabric tack to go ahead and hold it to the book. That way I know that it's secure in there. Pretty much with this, because this is a little bit of a stretchy material on the yarn, that it had a lot of play, so I'm not too worried about it because it will cover itself and then seal itself to the thing. This is where I started, so it's in there really good. And then at the very end, all I did was I took and I wrapped it around, and then I made a circle, looped it around 3 times, and then put it back over, and then tightened it down, and then tightened a knot in, and then brought it back, and then weaved it through one of the insides of my bindings here. So, anyways, so you can see, it, instead of having the gaps here that you just had the red paper where you could see the red paper, now it's just all nice and fuzzy, and on the outside of the binding you have a nice fuzzy binding, so you can't see the seam here from the exterior cover either. So that was really cool. So again, I really like doing this type of binding cover, and again, your pages go down really flat, so you can see that this is, I mean, literally flat when you open it up. So that makes this album really, really cool. And bonus too is that it gives you this much room, so all these pages I can bulk up in here with flowers and rosettes and whatever else I want to put in here. I can put a lot of bulky embellishments in here, and it's not going to affect the cover as much because I've got that much room to add bulk to it. I mean, I can literally add about 1 inch of bulk to this, and it's okay. The only drawback is that, again, this is a solid binding, and you have to remember that this hinge right in here is just paper, and it's 2 pieces of cardstock that hold this hinge together. So don't do anything that is going to hurt or damage that. Protect it as much as you can. If you wanted to do a wrap instead of doing seeing this wrapping, if you wanted to do like a leather wrap like a regular book would, you could definitely do that, and then just add in some brads or something like this on this side. But I just, you know, I blinged it up a little bit, and I have my little banner here. I'm not going to do too much more with the cover because I don't do a lot on the front covers, because people tend to put them in this way and then they get all scuffed up. So most of the interior stuff is where I work and do things, and then I'll have, you know, little things here and there that I'll put in. I may put a pocket right here and then, you know, shove a tag or 2 down in here. But for the most part, I like doing, you know, photo albums where people can put photos and different things inside. I do make a couple of pockets within these manila folders to add, you know, little things here and there. But this is just pretty much just going to be embellished. I did get some acetate pieces, and I'm going to be adding those in here, and they'll probably, what they'll do is they'll sit on a page, and like I'll have an acetate piece here, and then that can create a pocket that you can slide something into as well. I've seen that done a lot, and it's really pretty. I do have some areas that have a layer, yeah, if you can see that, and you can, you know, you could stick something there definitely if you really wanted to. Okay, but otherwise, again, it's a pretty simple album. It's pretty basic. I just wanted to get something, you know, down quick and dirty so that I could show a tutorial on how to do this binding, because like I said, it really is a very neat binding, and if you don't have a sewing machine and can't do a lot of that, this works really, really well. And then added to that with the sewing machine, again, one of the things that I found is by the time you get to this page, you've got a lot of bulk over here on this side that the feet on the sewing machines, they can't pressure it enough, and so what it doesn't do is it doesn't pull it through and move it as it's actually sewing. So what winds up happening is you wind up punching into the same hole, and if you do that, you create pretty much a perforation, and your pages will just literally tear right out, and rip right out, and they won't fold and be able to be moved as much as these ones are. These are secured with again, it's 1, 2, 3, and the holes are far enough apart that they're not going to open up and go into each other. If you wanted to reinforce those with eyelets or something to that effect, you certainly could. I do have a mini eyelet, which is really small. It's about less than 1/8 of an inch small. They're very difficult to set. I actually do it with jewelry screwdrivers, but they make for really, really good reinforcements of holes that are really small like this.